Hello, good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and our guest. Today, I'm welcoming you to pre-charter meeting number 8. My name is Soumya and I'm playing the role of Sergeant at Arms today. Well, before we start the meeting, should you do something fun? Yes. What's it? Yes. Okay, let's do a fun activity just to energize ourselves. I would request everyone, please stand up in your position. Please make sure that you have enough space on your left and right. Okay, awesome. All right, the rules are quite simple. I'll be giving you a few instructions. You have to just follow it. When I say jump in, you have to move forward. When I say jump out, you have to move backward. Similarly, when I say jump left and right, you have to move left and right respectively. So with that, are you ready?
No, no, I'll take a water from
Jump in, out, left, right,
Yes, you are right.
in, out, left, right, in, right, right, okay, left, in, out, left, right. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for your participation. That was awesome. So I'll be explaining few ground rules that we follow here at Toastmaster. First one is please make sure that your phone is on silent mode. I'll be giving you 5 to 10 seconds. If you haven't put your phone in silent mode, please put it. Can you guys show me a thumbs up if it's all of your phone is on? Okay. So here at Toastmaster, if you're speaking on sensitive topics like sex, religion and politics, please be a little mindful because it could hurt individuals' feelings. Third, make sure whenever the speaker is on the stage, do not enter or leave the stage and do not cross talk in between. We have a rule here. This is special for the speakers and participants. Whenever you are entering or leaving the stage, please give a warm handshake or fist bump who is already on the stage. You can see straight to the left, we have our cafeteria and washroom. Please feel free to use it. So today, the mission of Toastmaster is to provide you a supportive, positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication, leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now I'd like to introduce our president of the club, Akshay Abraham. Akshay is currently working as a software engineer in JP Morgan. He has been part of Toastmasters since 2018. He has won many awards and recognition. He is three-time Toastmaster District Contest winner, and for the year 2024, he has won District 121 International Speech Contest champion. He is also founder of Humble Bumble Book, which is one of the largest growing community for book reading club. Please welcome on the stage Akshay.
Reply to moderator. Reply to moderator. Reply to moderator. I actually did that mic, like what mic was actually working. Oh, that mic was actually working.
Sorry. Hello everyone, I am a software engineer at Hyderabad. Awesome. But we are now. Input is this one right here. The audio. I think so, on that note, I declare Kickstarter meeting 8 of Bright Art Toastmasters open. Doing a non-mic test. Am I still audible, Ashwin?
Okay.
Rocky, you can with the lab. Check, check. Testing. All right, that's all. I think it's this laptop. Testing. Testing. Okay. Where's the sound? Okay, we'll fix it later. Anyways, I would like to now introduce our Toastmaster of the day. She is someone who is actually been in the fraternity for quite a while. In fact, in Bright Hearts, she is one of the rare exceptions of a member who comes into Bright Heart with previous Toastmasters experience. I am sure what she's going to do today is going to be an enlightening experience on how not to procrastinate. Please give a huge round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Thompson. Testing, testing, testing. Testing. It's not working. Stop the audio of my head. Stop. Stop it.
I have one question for all of you. What do you think is one of the most pressing factors that affect our lives today? Anyone?
Global warming. Foundation.
Those are really strong opinions. But in my personal opinion, I feel that it is because we all are part of a terrible nation. Procrastination. Hey! Greetings, Toastmasters, and yes, with a raise of hands, who here is a procrastinator? Almost all of us. The topic that I have today, which is I'll do it later, is something I deeply resonate with. Why you ask? Because even back in college, when I got assignments, ideally this is what I expected my workflow to look like, right? Initially, you'll have some work done, heavy lifting in the middle, and towards the end, you glide slowly.
Sorry, what's the slides? Check what screen you share. It's a white screen. So is it possible to share the apologies for the tech issues, guys. We are hooked up, we're learning things on the go. I promise you that by the end of this meeting, I will full apologies for all of the issues that's caused. Oh, I don't know. But it's just uh, yes.
Yes, getting back to my schedule, I was expecting it to glide by just a little bit, right? But when I actually sit down to do my assignment, this is how I end up doing it. Basically, the very last day, I'm sitting the entire night and working on it. While this helped me throughout my college life and I was able to get decent grades, I knew that it wouldn't be very helpful for one thing in college. And that, my friends, is the capstone project. For those who are not aware, in engineering, you have a program where you are supposed to make a working project, write a 50-page report, make a presentation, make a poster, and 1,000 other documents. And that is why we are given a year for this, right? So definitely no way I am going to procrastinate this one. But I also knew that the person who likes to do things last moment, I would work better under pressure. So I made a new schedule for myself. And this is how it looks. Initially, I'll go through some light research work. Then in the middle, more work and the project starts. And by the end, I'll be done with everything. Whew. But I don't know how the first few months just passed by. And this is how my schedule looks like now. I have to finish all of it in the second half. Still a lot of time, guys, not an issue. And then this happens. And it's like 3 months to go. I just still put my socks up. It's okay, guys. And then only 2 months to go. One day when I wake up, I just have 1 week to go. And I have to finish everything in that time. Needless to say that I had to wake up the whole week. Sleep was a distant companion. Coffee was my only friend. And it was one of the worst weeks of my life. Somehow I was able to pull up a project and do all the documentation haphazardly. But believe me, it was just 3 small projects all hanging by a single thread. And that thread were my lives to my professor saying that, hey, this is a good project, I can do it. But I'm so thankful that our Toastmasters meeting is nothing like my scattered project here. It is actually pretty well structured and divided into 3 parts. So if I were to say, the first part of our Toastmasters meeting is like that deadline of an assignment. Our speakers are asked to prepare beforehand a speech and deliver it on stage. The speech is usually 4 to 6 minutes long. I hope they have not procrastinated it the way I have my role. The second section of the meeting is what I call a procrastinator's nightmare, because our table topic master will come on the stage, give you a topic, and you have to speak right away. No time to procrastinate or hesitate. And the last part, that is the evaluation section, is what I'd like to call a role model for any procrastinator. Why? Because these people get their job done as soon as it's given to them. They not only evaluate our speeches, but also give us fruitful feedback to make our meeting more helpful. To explain this section better, I'd like to call upon our general evaluator for the day. She is the area director of AWS, and she claims that her weakness is actually that she herself procrastinates. But she convinces herself that she will be able to do it at last minute. Why? She works great under pressure. And an example for that would be, back in school, all her professors knew that she's going to finish it the very last minute and not submit the assignment on time. But she always got the best place in the class. Welcome on stage, Toastmaster Mary. Thank you, Toastmaster Prabhakar. Myra. No, okay. There I was. One time. I thought, okay, I have 3 days to go. I can prepare. Saturday evening. That's the day of bedtime. And I realized I had once again procrastinated. However, as Akshay tells me to go further back, as we go back in time, I have overcome that. And today, I will not be the procrastinator, and I will make sure everybody sticks to that, not being a procrastinator. And for that, I am the general evaluator. So what I do is make sure everybody is not procrastinating and making sure that they're fulfilling their roles. I'll be writing down diligently. So if you see me writing down, I'm probably doodling on the sheets, but don't tell Arun that because she said I have to submit it. So submit the sheet. However, to help me in my general evaluator role, I have a Tag L team. So basically, what the Tag L stands for is the timer, A counter, grammarian, and listener. What does the A stand for? A counter. So you guys are not procrastinating. Very good. Prabhakar job is done. So the first, we have our timer for today. And she's somebody with a lock of hair that I'm always jealous of. I love her curl. And when I met her, she was talking about Barbie movies, and I have grown up watching Barbie movies. But then she was like, I like fairy tales. So guys, don't get it wrong. She likes fairy tales, and Barbie is a fairy tale. So can we have a round of applause for our timer, Toastmaster Arna?
Hi guys. So today I'll be doing the role of that annoying friend who wants you to be on time. You know that first venture will always have our notes and assignments on time and always has to remind you that we have an assignment coming up, we have an assignment due tomorrow. So that way, the role of a timer is to keep the meeting within bounds of time and to evaluate whether the people whose speeches we evaluated are staying within their time. They do this with a green card, a yellow card, and red. So for our favorite topics, the green card will be on 1 minute. The yellow card 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card on 2 minutes. The red cards will be held up. I will hold it up, reminding you that please stop speaking and move on. You have 30 seconds to conclude your speech, otherwise you will be disqualified. For the prepared sentence, which is the icebreakers for now, which I'm very interested to hear, it is the green card will be based on 4 minutes, the yellow on 5 minutes, and the red card will be based on 6 minutes, which will be kept held up. And last but not least, for individual evaluators, the green card will be based on 2 minutes, the yellow card on 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red card on 3 minutes. So I hope you all be good friends, be good assignment takers, and finish our time so that we can conclude the meeting effectively. Thank you.
So I mentioned the tag L team. What did the L stand for? I can't hear you guys clapping. I can't hear you guys clapping. So every time someone comes on stage, I want to hear the same sound. So when the listener comes on, we can welcome her the same way. But before the listener, we do have 2 more people to go. So the accountant is the next person who's going to take the stage. And he's somebody who loves watching movies. He is a project manager in a US-based company. And I love the color of the shirt he's wearing today. Can we have a round of applause for our accountant, Toastmaster Startup?
Hello, Toastmasters and guests. So I am your art out of the I'm gonna be actively listening to your speeches and checking for use of crutch words or filler words like normally when you come under pressure when giving a speech, you look for the right word and end up taking a pause, thinking about the right word and use some of these filler words. But don't feel the pressure. Get and I am going to catch those words at the end. Good luck.
So you'll be looking at whether we're using crutch words or not. So let us be very mindful in terms of using words like so things which we kind of use as a pillow of comfort. But there's no sleeping at the Bright Arts meeting because we have our grammarian up next. He is somebody who enjoys swimming. He likes the outdoors. And when I first met him, I thought he was the quiet old gentleman sitting in the crowd. He's the perfect guy for the grammarian role because he also looks like a school teacher. So can we have a round of applause for our grammarian, Toastmaster Jukaj?
Sorry, I'm reading through my notes. Do not get enough time to I procrastinated. So I couldn't just in time. So as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language. I will take notes of any impromptu language, improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to pay close attention to introduce the word of the day, procrastination, which means being ready and all. Like the example of the word is, today I just now said I procrastinated and came exactly on time. Each speaker of the day is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give the grammarian's report when called upon by the different evaluator at the end of the meeting and also report on the uses of the debate. Thank you, Toastmasters and fellow lighthouse.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. And finally, the person for whom you guys should make a lot of noise, especially because she's going to be listening throughout the meeting. She is a beautiful lady in red with the name, which is as beautiful as she looks today. Can we have a round of applause for our listener?
Hello, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. So to be a good communicator, it's very important to be a good listener. and I'll be checking if you guys are mentoring with it as well. So my role as a listener is to listen to all the speakers who take the stage and note down the interesting facts about their content. So I request everyone to listen to everyone who take the stage. At the end of the meeting, I'll be coming and asking questions to test your listening skills. Thank you.
And just like that, we're done with our Tag L team. I will be back at the end of the meeting with my report. Don't worry, I will not procrastinate. And handing it over to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster from.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Do you know why Toastmaster Maria decided not to procrastinate today and was successful in doing it? Can you get it? Take a search. Any other? I'll answer that for you. She did not make an excuse that she got that call to say, hey, do you want to be a general validator? Oh, I have to prep? No, I cannot do it. No. And none of the other taggle those that we have here are going to just say that, hey, you know what? I am too tired to do this. I'll write it down later on. But this quality is something that I have sadly because I am a procrastinator. And I didn't see a lot of hands being raised earlier, right? So I bet most of you have this quality in you as well, making really good excuses. So let's do a small activity. What I do is I'll randomly pick someone from the crowd and they'll have to make an excuse for not doing a task. For instance, you can say, oh, I couldn't do my homework. I'm so sad because my cat was sick. Right? So are you guys up for it? Great. Whom should I pick? Okay, Toastmaster Ruchi? It's up to you. You can get as creative as you want. Or you can say, why would, okay, how about this? I'll help you. Why were you late for the Toastmasters meeting today? Great. Now we know how to follow up, right? So maybe one of the guests would like to volunteer. Okay, so we have Shaurya. Do you want a topic? Okay. Why did you come late to meet me last night in dinner?
While on my way there, I met Batman. He told me not to go any further because the traffic stops in my class. For no reason, they just moved today. So that is my
One last. Anyone else who want to volunteer? Okay. I'm also fascinating with the topic here, guys. I'll just give you a second. Why did you not finish the goal? Yes,
So, okay, I'm gonna say a hard thing. I was that Batman who was actually stopping him. So I was actually busy saving the day. So it was hard for me to get to home.
Where you're doing work the very last minute, right? That assignment on the last day, taking up all night. It was so frustrating for me that I had to work so hard on the last minute for the entire week. I wanted to solve the problem on this brain of mine, the procrastinator. So I did a lot of research and I did find something from my research.
Apparently, our brain is divided into 3 parts, right? So I've simplified it for you. How about this? This is the limbic system. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is the limbic system, or what we call the primitive part of our brain. This is that monkey who always wants to have fun and gets joy from gratification, instant gratification. Whereas the other side, which is the prefrontal cortex, is the rational guy in your brain saying, please do your work. You have to finish that assignment on time. So let's call him the rational guy. And finally, the third part of the brain is the amygdala. This is the part of the brain which induces anxiety, fear,
and triggers the flight or fight response. So basically that cowardly dog who will get scared every time you are stressed and would like to avoid the situation. I'll go deep into this and let you know what really goes on. These characters play an important role, so please remember their names. You don't need to remember the upper portion, but at least we can keep track of the monkey, the man, and the dog, right? But before we delve further into this procrastinator's mind, I'd like to call upon our first speaker for the day. In fact, I'd rather introduce him as the rational guy who does not procrastinate much. He doesn't prefer to do so, and he's a visionary who likes to make a positive impact in the society. But before I call him on the stage, I'd like his evaluator, Toastmaster Tripti, to come on the stage and state the objectives.
Good evening, everyone. The first speaker for pre-charter meeting number 8 is going to attempt his project Icebreaker. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and understand the basic elements of writing a speech. The time limit for the project is going to be 4 to 6 minutes, please note. And as a custom, what do we do for icebreakers?
Standing ovation.
That's right. Please give a standing ovation to the member upon his speech completion. Thank you.
Calling on the stage our first speaker for the day, Toastmaster Raffle. Toastmaster Raffle, beyond failure, the fighter's journey. Beyond failure, the fighter's journey, Toastmaster Raffle, all the best.
Beyond failure, the fighter's journey. Life, as we all know, it's like a roller coaster, full of ups, downs, twists, and turns. And like any good roller coaster ride, it is filled with extreme fear, excitement, and happiness. Those times we even wonder, why did I even get on this ride? But at the end, when you step up the ride, your heart filled with memories, you become braver, stronger, and ready for the next adventure. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I'm Rauful Azam, and let me tell you, my ride started in small town Bagha, West Champaran, Bihar, a place where dreams are big, but resources are often small. Along the way, I have faced many challenges, sudden drop, steep incline, but if there is one thing which I have learned is, no matter how many times you fail, if you keep moving towards your goal, you are already a winner. Now let me take you back to one of the first steep drops in my journey. I was in class 6 when I failed in mathematics. And it's all because instead of focusing on my studies, I was doing everything, probably fighting with my siblings, not doing my homeworks, playing cricket all the times, and making a lot of injuries in my body and head. You can imagine the label. Whenever my father used to go out of station, he makes sure that he has asked to the doctor that if anything happened to me, please do the treatment. But after that failure, I decided to fight back and started preparing mathematics more than 3 hours a day. And soon I was scoring 99 marks in mathematics. But that was just one peak of this roller coaster. Next comes to the challenge of JEE exam. Despite my best effort, I did not make it. I could have let that failure derail my journey, but I decided to move ahead and pursue my engineering from private college. For that, I moved to Bangalore, and here I encountered a new problem, a new obstacle, basically a language barrier. Being an Hindi medium student, moving to Bangalore was like landing on a different planet. I wasn't able to speak in English. Every conversation was a struggle. Every word felt like climbing another mountain. But I wasn't about to quit very easily. So that's the reason I realized that I need to work on my communication skill. So for that, I took another leap of faith. I started teaching mathematics in one of the coaching institutes. Teaching not only helped me to regain my confidence, but it also helped me to improve my communication skills and explanation skills. By the end of final semester, I became very good in my explanation skill, but still lagging in my communication skill. Then next comes to the biggest leap 8. I started my own edtech, but the things did not worked as planned, and failure came once again knocking my door. But I did not stop over there as well. I kept moving forward, and I started doing started basically to learn how industries work and to gain the experience. And parallelly, I'm building Nexapulse Consultancy, which is offering job-oriented internship program, as well as it is offering analytics services. And this time I don't want to repeat any such mistake. So here I am as a bright heart, basically to become great communicator, great leader, to share my story with you all and to learn from your story, and also remind us all that only one time we truly fail is when we stop trying. So let's keep riding this roller coaster, hands in the air, hearts open to every twist and turn, and never forget to enjoy the journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Actually, you know what? Toastmaster Raffle has actually concluded my demod, right? Why we shouldn't procrastinate and why we should be a fighter. Oh my God. Well, anyways, that doesn't stop me from telling you why a procrastinator is the way they are. So let's move on to what really goes on in the mind of a procrastinator. Remember the 3 characters, right? Can you name them?
One monkey.
Perfect. So now we can go on with the story. So you see, this is what our brain looks like on a normal day. The rational guy is driving the wheel of your brain and the monkey is sleeping, well rested. But the moment any sort of danger comes in your life, just imagine your mom with the chappal in her hand running behind you to beat you. That is when our cowardly dog wakes up and he starts shouting, "Danger, danger, wake up monkey, you have to do it." And sadly, our monkey is awake now. You ask me why this happens. The explanation is pretty simple. Suppose you were in the jungle and you see a lion. At that moment, will you think that, oh, I have not done my assignment yet, it is due tomorrow? Or will you rather just find a place to run away? So the primitive urge is something that comes to us and, takes over. And at this time, you're not well aware of what is going on in your mind, but more towards the surrounding. And this is exactly what happens when the monkey takes over. So now the monkey has the wheel and our guy is sad. And during this time, it is that phase where you have the sudden urge to go clean that room you hadn't done in the past week, randomly open the fridge 5 minutes, despite knowing nothing new is going to show up every 5 minutes. And you go into a spiral in a YouTube video where you have started with an academic research, but you end up watching a random interview with the Kardashians hours later. Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah. That is why we should not let this monkey be in charge. But believe me, the next speaker that we have, she wants monkey to be in charge of her brain the entire time. But she somehow manages to pull off her assignments and her work at the right time, and that too gracefully. So welcome our second speaker for today, Toastmaster Pranjal. But before I call her on the stage, I'd like her evaluator, Toastmaster Sudarshan, to state the objectives of her speech.
Good evening, bright hearts.
Good evening.
Good evening, bright hearts.
Good evening.
Just like the first speaker, my target speaker Pranjal is also attempting her first project from level 1, which is the icebreaker speech. The purpose of this particular project is for the member to introduce herself to the club and follow the basic structure of a public speech. Timer, please note the timing of the speech is 4 to 6 minutes. And as is the custom with Bright Hearts, let's give a standing ovation to our target speaker once she completes the speech. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Now I'd like to call upon the second speaker for today, Toastmaster Pranjal. Toastmaster Pranjal, from the heart with drama. From the heart with drama, Toastmaster Pranjal.
You know, sometimes I wonder if my life is actually a script from a movie. Imagine me bursting into a dramatic monologue, background music, spotlight. Wait, actually it is. You'll see what I mean. I like to think of my life as a full-on Bollywood blockbuster, a never-ending drama packed with action, tragedy, romance, heartbreak, inspiration, and a thrilling climax. You name it, I've got it. Oh, look at me, rambling away. I even forgot to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Pranjal. And let me tell you, you are all incredibly lucky to be here. Because Aditya from Jab We Met says, I'm so exceptional, I should be in a museum. That's right, people. You should be paying to see me. For those who haven't guessed, I'm actually Geet. They even wanted to add the disclaimer that the movie was based on me, but I was too modest. And to prove that I am the real life Geet, here's Pranjal 101. How to become, well, me. It's a tough gig, but just like chasing a shooting star, it's tricky, but totally worth it. So buckle up. This ride is packed with quirky traits and a touch of intrigue. The very first rule, you've got to be a chatterbox extraordinaire. Not news to anyone here, but did you know that people used to place bets on how long I could stay quiet? The stakes were high, my friends, but let's just say the odds were never in their favor. Next on the list, be the life of the party. That's my job. Channel your inner Geet, brightening up every gathering with your infectious energy. Spontaneous dance moves or snap decisions. I spread joy like she does. Love me or hate me, but you can't ignore me. That's a no-go. And to top it off, you need the third rule. No nonsense capacity. Like Geet, who faces challenges head-on. I bring that same fearless energy. In college, they dubbed me Hitler because I was always game for a battle. Don't let the size fool you. I might look harmless, but I am a total force to be reckoned with. And final, and the most important rule, life is equal to Khushi. Khushi as in the emotion, not a person. Come on, keep up, folks. I'm all about living life to the fullest. YOLO, right? Even after a major accident, losing a kidney, cracking my hip, spending 3 months in hospital bed and almost 8 months of recovery, I thought ice skating seems like a blast. Sure, I might have ended up back in the hospital, but who needs common sense when you've got a thrill? But like the after interval Geet, I faced my fair shares of life's darker shade, where it feels like the universe is just having a laugh at my expense. I live in extremes, either soaring high or rehearsing my next dramatic breakdown in the darkest corners. I say I am an open book, but with each page written in a different language. People think it's easy being me, but maintaining a cheerful facade, it's very difficult. It's exhausting when you're drained from inside. From feeling like an outsider in your own family to to struggling with genuine friendships, from facing heartbreaks and betrayals to overcoming financial and health challenges, I have made more comebacks than any soap opera character. Trust me. Yet, with each challenge, I lost a part of myself until I completely lost who I was. But, as they say, if it's not happy, it's not the ending. And mine didn't stop there. My happy ending unfolded in Bangalore, where I finally found the friendship I'd been craving for with Pra. Landed a great job and got my own place. I'm living the dream of my life, trust me. And my parents, they are thrilled to see me achieve what I once dreamed of. Now, I'm only focused to being the main character of my life, working on myself and gradually adding colors to my black and white world. Joining Toastmasters is exactly the part of me reconnecting to the OG Pranjal, the one who believed that every moment was a chance to share, connect, and live fully. You know what? Just like Geet dancing through post-credits, I am here to bring back that irresistible energy, turning every moment into a celebration and every conversation into a highlight. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. What a lovely speech. I wish I could keep that energy on the stage myself. Well, I'm trying. Let's get back to our story. When I left last time, the monkey was in charge with the wheel, correct? This is a fun time, definitely. You are procrastinating, doing anything that you want except your real work. But when the monkey is in charge, it is this zone where you feel dread, self-hatred, anxiety, and all the other good feelings a procrastinator feels, right? Well, how can a person get out of this zone if they keep procrastinating? Because the monkey here is not willing to give the wheel back to the guy. It wants to be in charge the entire time now that it's awake. Luckily, every procrastinator has a fourth character in their mind who I like to call the guardian angel. And the guardian angel here is no one else other than the panic monster. So when you're nearing a deadline, or you know that you're going to face public embarrassment or any other such life-threatening situations, the panic monster finally wakes up. And now the fun fact is, the only thing this monkey is ever scared of is this panic monster. So as soon as he comes to the mind, the monkey runs away. And now the guy has the wheel back. So yay, we are back to being rational. And now we can finally get the work we wanted to be done, and we meet our deadlines. And in short, this is what I'd like to say is a summary of what goes on in a procrastinator's mind. I would like to continue further, but you see, the rational guy has been driving my mind for so long that I'm so fatigued now. I'd have to, rest. Everyone deserves a break. So for this meeting, we too will have a break. But wait, I can't let the monkey take over your mind, huh? So first you have to vote for the speakers. For that, we'll be sharing a link with you, and you have to vote for who you thought did, both speakers were really great, but who did better today. And I have the link in the slide, which I realized. Just a second.
Folks, the link is BHTM Vote 1. There you go.
So hurry up, you have 1 minute to finish voting, then we can break off for a break and come back at 5:10 p.m. to continue with our meeting.
Everyone is open the URL? Anyone who wasn't able to open the URL?
Should I disconnect?
It's on the group also if anybody needs it.
We're at 3 responses. We have 24 people in attendance. Let's shoot for 19 responses at least. Let's go. Six responses. Ten responses. 9 more to go.
Come on, guys, don't procrastinate this at least. It's very simple. I could do it.
Very difficult decision.
You know what, Arna, that reminds me, every time I procrastinate, it is a difficult decision for me as well, to chill on my bed or do my work. No, because I know somewhere down the line that I'm going to regret it, and I sit there with guilt.
You have both of them. People like me have.
Yeah, we will learn today.
17 responses. At least 2 more needed before we can break.
Come on, the monkey is really eager to take over the mind, guys.
Guys, some delicious food waiting for all of you. Think of the most delicious food that you enjoy. And don't expect that. That is probably some stars. 90.
Great. So we can have a little break and we'll be back at 5:10. Welcome back from the break. Since I know that the fun monkey is still on your minds after that relaxation, I think it's better that we do an activity, right? And it's very simple. Why do we procrastinate? Because we do not enjoy what we wanted to do. Say that work that you have been not doing for ages. So to help that, what we can do is, we can have a few volunteers, right? Again, maybe I'll pick up 2 or 3 people, and in this case, everyone will be engaged. So there'll be 2 parts of it, simply explaining. A person will come on the stage, they'll tell us what they have been procrastinating for a long time. Say that I haven't cleaned my garage for ages. On the other hand, the audience, what they are going to do is, they are going to suggest what the person can do to stop this. But you don't have to be serious. You can say that we'll call a cheerleading squad for you and have everyone cheer for you till you finish your work. So are we ready for that?
Yes.
Yes. Great. Okay, then any volunteers who want to come on the stage?
So I have been procrastinating on an assignment that is due in 3 days now. We had 2 months for it. Yes. So ChatGPT. Any other suggestions?
Oh, how about you take someone else's assignment and change your name?
Oh, so real life plagiarism.
Yes.
So not only do I mess up my project because if it's checked, I mess up somebody else's project also. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Drag everybody down.
Or how about we inform your mom?
So we're getting serious here. Yeah. So I feel like I've got good. Oh, my mom never hits me. I'm the perfect daughter. Yeah. So far we've got plagiarism, more plagiarism, informing my mother, and what was the other one?
Couple therapy? Chappal therapy, oh.
Yeah, see, that's not within the realm of possibility. Because like child abuse and also I'm perfect. But yeah, I think this was very helpful. I will tell you when I do it.
Sure.
Or actually, maybe I won't, because I will procrastinate.
Correct. Okay, maybe one more person. Oh, okay, no? So sorry. When we talk about procrastination and the deadlines that we have, I'd say that there are actually two types of procrastination. The one we have been talking about, the deadlines or not completing your work, these are short-term procrastination. You have a deadline to it, so at the end, even if you do not want to, your panic monster will force your monkey to get out and you will be working. But then there is a second type of procrastination. It is a type of procrastination that you do not notice much in life. For instance, going to the gym, switching that job, getting out of the relationship you wanted to, or visiting your mom, calling a friend, and so many other things. These type of procrastination does not have a deadline to it, which means that the panic monster will never wake up. And this will go ahead and you'll not have any solution to it. You see, the people who are totally dependent on the panic monster will one day find themselves very upset with life. And you wouldn't know why you're feeling the way you're feeling. This is because of the long procrastination you have been doing in your entire life. So that is why I urge that we should not let the monkey be in charge and have our own will to fight this monkey and get our work done. And starting today, we will do it. Or maybe tomorrow. Over to you, the table topic master. So I'd like to call the table topic master. He says that he is somewhat a procrastinator, not exactly, but he does it at wrong times. One time he missed his bus just because he was 10 minutes late and he could have started way earlier. So I know that after learning this lesson, he would not let his table topics be late. Yeah. Table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Okay, so good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I welcome you to the table topic section, which I hope you are dying to participate in. Table topics is a segment in Toastmasters where members and guests can practice their impromptu speaking skills. And for the first time in the history of Toastmasters, okay, that's a long stretch. Let me try that again. For the first time in the history of Bright Hearts Toastmasters, we're going to have a game-based table topic section. Yeah, that's the spirit. So here's the deal. I have some comical posters with me, like these. It's Mission Impossible, okay? Yeah. In the back, they have a question or a topic associated with the theme of the day and the poster. I'll hold two posters on my hands. If you like what you're seeing in the poster, you can raise your hands. I'll pick one from the lot. You get to come to the stage. I'll read the topic. And yeah, sorry, yeah, you'll have to choose which one you want to go ahead with. I'll read the topic. You'll have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on the topic, where at 1 minute, the timer will raise a red card. Sorry, green card. At 1.5 minutes, yellow card. And at 2 minutes, red card. You'll be given a 36. Let's keep that flying. You'll have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. And you know what's the best part about this section? Any guesses?
Best part, guess part.
No, that I've already said. No, you get to keep the posters. Wow. Yeah, right? Yeah, you get to keep the posters as a souvenir for attending table topics at Bright Hearts. My advice to the speakers who take up the stage is, when the topic is given, take some time, gather your thoughts, and when you're ready, say your opinion or answer first, and then follow it up with your argument or a story to back it up. So when you do it this way, you know where your goal is, and you can gather your thoughts as you speak. So apart from that, I request the speakers to give a fist bump and or a handshake while you enter or exit the stage. Also, please make sure that you use the word of the day independent in your speeches. I wish all the best to the speakers, and with the same energy, let's get this segment rolling, okay? So for the first, firstly we'll start with a member, so the guest gets to know what it's all about. So can I have a member who's ready to take up the stage with these cards?
Right now, raise your hands.
One is Mission Impossible and another is a quote. Yeah, Ruchi? Oh, sorry.
I'll take Mission Impossible.
Okay. So your topic is, what's your most impressive last minute miracle story where you somehow pulled off the impossible? Okay. Toastmaster Ruchi, what's your most impressive last minute miracle story where you somehow pulled off the impossible? Toastmaster Ruchi. No, you can carry on.
Just, I'll take 5 seconds.
What's your most impressive last minute miracle story where you somehow pulled off the impossible?
Can I just take this? Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's a very interesting topic for me because I am the champion procrastinator. And I wish I had one last miracle story to tell, but I have hundreds to tell. Where I pull off last minute the mission impossible. But today, I'll take you back to my architecture days where we used to work like overnights for 48 hours straight or 3 days straight, and we will go and the teacher will say, that looks like you just made in the morning and you just showed up with your face. So what usually used to happen is we had these room long printouts that we needed to print out before our final submissions, which would take at least 2 hours to print. And like a master procrastinator, I would be like, I'll do it in the morning, no hurries. So it was the day of my final jury, and I had not taken out my final printouts. And I thought, I'll reach the printout shop 3 hours early, and still I'll have 1 hour grace period to take my printouts. I did that. I worked the entire night, and somehow I reached the printout shop, and I found that shop was full of master procrastinators like me. It had 20 other people in that shop who thought the same. And that day, somehow, through the mercies and through some shout-outs, through some calls, I was able to somehow take at least 50% of my printouts to show my teacher, see, at least I made the effort. Please count that and give me some marks to pass. And that's what happened. I did not score well, but I got full exact grace marks to pass in that exam. Thank you.
I appreciate your 50% efforts. Yeah. So for the next round, I would request a guest to participate with an Olympic-oriented something and Superman. Okay, you. Yeah, your name?
Shorin.
Shorin.
Shaurya.
Shaurya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shaurya.
Okay, Shaurya, your question is, if saving people at the last minute were a superpower, what would be your superhero name and what would your costume look like?
Costume look like? Okay.
Yeah. Sure, yeah. If saving people at the last minute were a superpower, what would be your superhero name and what would your costume look like?
Okay. I have the prep time, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh my God. Time even start now. Wake up, bro. Wake up. Something has happened. Hitesh is not waking up again. He came too late from the club and he is totally not in his senses. Do we have any idea what to do? I mean, did you just wake me up again for the same thing? And I wake up, put in my costume, which is filled with one pocket full of lemons and the other pocket full of salt, have few spoons in my upper pocket, and ready on my mission to get my brother again to his senses. It's been one another amazing hostel night, amazing clubbing party, and the mother is on phone asking, where is Hitesh? So now the question is all eyes on me, the man, the myth, the legend, the sober guy. You must know me as the sober guy. And not all heroes wear cape, and neither do I, because it would be filled with vomit if I do so. So I'm just waking him up, choking him like anything, get my magic spoon out, putting in lemon, putting in salt, putting it in his mouth. Wake up, brother. Your mother is on the phone. Call. And she's waiting to hear his son's voice. And somehow, every single night passes by, no matter how big the villainous drunkery or the villainous clubs are, we somehow overcome every obstacle. The sober guy is always on the rescue. So that'll be all, Bright Hearts. Thank you.
Okay. So sober guy is not the superhero we deserve, but the superhero we need. Okay, all right then. So for the next round, I invite a member with Back to the Future and Inspector Gadget. Any members? Yeah.
I'll take Back to the Future.
Okay. If you could time travel to any moment in your life to save yourself from a last minute disaster, where would you go? What would you change? Ishan, if you could time travel to any moment in your life to save yourself from a last minute disaster, where would you go? What would you change? Toastmaster Ishan.
I'll take a few seconds. Okay. So this was 6th grade, 25th Feb, which is my birthday. And during birthdays in schools, you have this ritual of wearing your party dress, taking chocolates, and going to each and every class and handing over these chocolates to the class teacher. Now, this is that day when you are the special person in school. All your friends, even people who don't know you, come to you to get that piece of chocolate. And you're always the center of attention on this day. Now, I had this very close friend in school, in fact, in our bus. And what he suggested was that when you come to my class, hand over the chocolate to the teacher, but I'll be sitting right on the first bench. So please pass me one as well. And me being the rebellious / someone who likes to do crazy shit, I thought that, okay, I'll just do that. Now, when I entered B class, I saw that the guy was not sitting on the first bench, he was sitting on the last bench of the last row. I thought, okay, let's do it. So I handed over the chocolate to this teacher. I picked one chocolate and I threw it in front of the whole class to this friend. it didn't land on the friend, but it landed on some other girl. What I did was I turned and I went back. The teacher called me, "Hey Ishan, please come." I went and she gave me a tight slap on my face. I'd been a very confident kid since or till then. And that moment changed my life. That's one of the main reasons why I have to come to Toastmasters to get my confidence back. But here I am, and that is one thing I would have changed if I could go back in time. Thank you.
Okay, so if there is one person who badly needs to go back to the time, I guess that would be Ishan right now. Last topic. Okay. So this would be for the guest. Yeah. This is just a set of cottons and just do it. Okay. Imagine you're the CEO of a company that specializes in last minute solutions. What is your company slogan and how do you motivate your employees? Your name?
Prakhar.
Prakhar. Imagine you're the CEO of a company that specializes in last minute solutions. What's your company slogan and how do you motivate your employees?
Okay.
Prakhar. Actually, you need that. This is for the audio.
Kush, our servers have crashed. We need more space. Our microservices are down. What do we do? Chill, Kush. We have got Prakhar. He specializes in deployments. He's very good at it. But dude, tomorrow we have to get presentation to Lockheed Martin. What do we do if we fail? Boss, chill. I'm very pro in handling Debian Linux servers. I can do that. This was the exact point 1.5 years back when I was told to deploy a microservice that could do KYCs of all the automotive employees. There was one problem that our microservices used to go down every 10 seconds because there were a large volume of API hits. And then we needed just one thing, to communicate well to our employees, to our CEO, that we need more server space. And it just costed around $20 or $30 more than we were doing it. And as and when it was handled to us, we just spun out our microservices and it ran well. So that was one of the point where I just had to just do it and save our company from submerging into depths and shutting down on the second day. And if I was to restart that company, I would just slogan it, just do it our way. Just do it our way. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry. I totally forgot. Thank you. I would definitely employ Prakhar if I were a CEO of a company. And with that, we are getting to the end of the table topic section, and I'll hand over the mic to Maria.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwin, our table topic master for the day. Give me 1 second. Audible?
Yeah.
Wait. Good? Okay. So sorry for that. And the results are in. The results are Bright Heart Toastmasters. You have done amazingly well. Can we have a round of applause for ourselves? Woo! So this is how our evaluation session is going to be going. I will be dividing it into 3 parts. First will be the evaluators evaluating, giving their evaluations for the speaker. I said evaluation too many times. I apologize. Second, we have the Tag L team coming and presenting their reports. And finally, the GE, which is yours truly, will be giving my report on the entire meeting. So to start, can we have Toastmaster Tripti to evaluate Toastmaster Rauful? Woo!
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone, again.
Good evening.
Life is a roller coaster. Indeed. Ups and downs with fear and wonder. Toastmaster Rauful. It takes courage to face the kind of challenges we face in our lives. But it takes greater courage to come onto the stage and narrate your story in front of an audience. And you did that today. And with that, you just finished the first ever lap of the wild ride that this Toastmasters pathway is going to offer you. So can we have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Rauful? Getting to the highlights of your speech, I think the first and the foremost and the main one would be the structure of your speech for me. I loved how your speech was very nicely structured. It had a clear opening, body, and the conclusion. I absolutely enjoyed how you drew parallels with roller coaster to describe the ups and downs of your life. For example, when you scored 99 marks in maths or started your own company, you were at the top of the roller coaster, right? The sun was shining, the air was crisp, everything was visible. But as soon as you plummeted down, you talked about the aspects of your life that were not very favorable. You being from a Hindi medium and coming and challenging your own self with your communication skills. So very well done there. Whether it was about his JEE exam or him being from Bihar or his passion for cricket, we all got to know a little bit more about Rauful, didn't we?
Yes.
So that is a testament to how great your icebreaker was, and that clearly checks the box when it comes to the purpose of your speech. You very well met the purpose. So I would like to give you one challenge. I noticed that you finished your speech right on time, 4 minutes. Not 1 second before, not 1 second later, right on time. If I had to do parallels with roller coaster, it was just like the right moment when I step out of roller coaster when the person beside me is going to vomit on time. So, jokes aside, what you can do is you can maximize on the time. You still had 2 more minutes. I would have loved to see you talk about more about your family, your siblings, your education background, a little bit more, but that's a challenge. You can, of course, incorporate this in your future speeches. Overall, great speech. Kudos to you on coming on stage and talking about your personal life. The title of your speech, something to do with fighter. I would like to end my views with a quote. It's in The Dark Knight. A fighter's greatest glory is not in never falling, but rising every time you fall. And today, you took that one step, Rauful. All the very best for your future speeches, and congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tripti. Just to add to Toastmaster Tripti's evaluation of Harmony, Toastmaster Rauful, as she mentioned, you covered all the 3 things required for an icebreaker speech. We all know who Toastmaster Rauful is. If there is one thing, if I could challenge you on, I would like for you to practice hand gestures. I saw you do that in the beginning. You were using your hands to illustrate what you wanted to say. If you can keep that going, that would be amazing. And Toastmaster Tripti, your evaluation, it was very relatable. You made sure it was related to what Toastmaster Rauful said. If I could, you can spend more time on the highlights. You can divide it into highlights for the content, highlight for the structure, highlights for the delivery. So that way the speaker can take away, okay, this is where I'm doing well. And the challenge, I love that you showed an example. Great job, especially the vomit part. That was my favorite. Thank you. And moving on to our second evaluator, that is Toastmaster Sudarshan. Can we have a round of applause?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
From the heart with drama. Today, Pranjal took us into her world that is filled with drama, dance moves, challenges, and whatnot. Now let's talk about how our journey into her world has been. Let's start with some highlights. The first highlight, the biggest one, is the structure of your speech. Icebreaker speeches tend to be chronological, starting with where you were born, what you were like, and then where you ended up, how you ended up in the Toastmasters Club. But I love the fact that you took this unconventional structure of revealing yourself little by little, just like a painter revealing his canvas. For example, initially we got to know that Pranjal is a chatterbox, and after a point she was the life of the party, and then the challenges, and finally we got to know that Pranjal is a person who looks past those challenges and tends to be optimistic. I really love the fact that you took this structure, especially in your icebreaker speech, because going non-chronological can be a bit confusing, but today you had your structure nailed on. Kudos to you for that. And second is your body language. My God. The way you talked about dance moves, snap decisions, don't worry, I'll never imitate you, but you are so graceful on stage. Or even the way you express words like action, comedy, tragedy, romance, and finally even the way you ended saying thank you. Everything was so graceful and on point. Kudos to you on that. And your third highlight was the tone or the flavor of the speech that you had. It was lighthearted, but at the same time, it had its own complexities or challenges. There were mentions of challenges. For example, these were very big challenges, breaking your back, kidney problem, but those were fleeting mentions. You pulled us back right when we were about to hear about those challenges, but rather you started focusing on the positive side of things. And I loved the way you ended with a flourish, with that happy ending. And I think the tone of the speech also reflects what you are as a person who tends to look past those challenges and looks at the positive side of things. Very well done on that. So I would like to just give you 2 points of improvement. First is your stage moment. So what happened was that, especially for online audience, at times you went past this marker that you had, and they were actually listening to your voice but not looking at you. So what I'd suggest is, before you start your speech or even before the meeting, I'd suggest you come here, just look at the stage limit and stick to that stage limit. And the second one regarding your speech is that I would have loved to know one of your little childhood stories or any of the stories. For example, you said you are the life of the party, and I'm sure that you could have enough stories in your box to quickly mention it, because you ended your speech in 4 minutes 30 seconds if I'm not wrong. So just focus on that. So overall, good structure, good body language, excellent tone of the speech. Just focus on your stage moment and stories, and I'm excited to see how you progress in your journey.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudarshan. If I may add to Toastmaster Sudarshan's evaluation, Geet, also known as Pranjal, you had such energy on stage. I loved how you took us through this movie. It felt like we were part of this movie. It was an actual emotional roller coaster, and you did it so well. If there's one challenge I could give you, which the evaluator also mentioned, if you can also slow down a bit, because I felt your pace was too fast. If you could have paused, slowed down, that would have really drove your message home. But great job. And I would like to just sing one song from Jab We Met. Tumse hi din hota hai. So I saw your smile and it brightened up my day. So that was an amazing speech. And evaluator, Toastmaster Sudarshan, I love that you had the 3 highlights. You gave the speaker things to take away. These are the 3 highlights. If you can incorporate showing with examples, it's not imitating. You could have done a dance move and people would have been like, oh yeah, he has got the moves as well, just as Toastmaster Pranjal has. Great job, and can we have a round of applause for our evaluators and speakers? Next, we move on to our Tag L team. Can I have our timer for today, the curly-haired and beautiful Toastmaster Arna? Woo!
So I have great news, which is that everybody who has spoken today has qualified. Can we have a round of applause for that? Not only does this show that everybody has a good sense of time, it makes my job easier. So thank you, everybody. So I'll be a little more specific. So our SAA for today took 4 minutes, 11 seconds. Our president, who usually goes on for a long time, but today it was technical issues, so I'll give him a pass. Took 7 minutes, 30 seconds. I think we can work on that. As coming to the speakers now, Rahul took exactly 4 minutes. The anxiety-provoking experience that was. But excellent speech nevertheless. Pranjal took 5 minutes, 26 seconds. Coming to our evaluators, Tripti cut it really close with 2 seconds to go to disqualification, but she made it nonetheless, giving us very vivid examples from the speech. So thank you, Tripti, for that. Sudarshan took 3 minutes, 18 seconds. Now I'll quickly just rapid fire the table topic speakers because all of them kept well within their time limit. So Ruchi took 2 minutes, 9 seconds. Shaurya took 1 minute, 43 seconds. Ishan took 2 minutes, 3 seconds. And Prakar, is that right? Prakhar took 1 minute, 44 seconds. So thank you, round of applause for everybody, especially me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arna. Next, we have our counter for the day, somebody who has been looking whether we have been comfortable in our speech or whether we have been mindful. Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Sarthak? Woo!
While you guys made Arna's job easier, you guys made my job more difficult. You all did come very prepared and the speeches went really well. I'll start with, but I do have few pointers about few R's and R's throughout the day. I'll start with the prepared speakers, Rahul, inspiring speech. You had a couple of R's, but otherwise great job. Speaker 2 is Pranjal, fun and a dramatic speech, and I could not find any R's and R's or crutch words. Great job. Next, I'll go to the evaluators. Tripti, you did have a couple of R's which you can improve on, and so is the same with evaluator 2, Sudarshan. Right? Then I should fault myself as well for using arms. Okay, it's a habit now, I think. The role takers, Sergeant at Arms, Rahul, you did well. Akshay, no comments. That's good. There's no fault to find out. No faults. The team out Prap Simran, you used a couple of times and right a couple of times. You asked questions right. You could have used some variety there. For the other roles is the table topics. I'll come to there. Ashwin, you used R's and R's quite a few times. You can improve there. Other table topic speakers, I could not find any mistakes. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sarthak. Just a note, as the R counter, we can keep our report a bit shorter, and you can mention people who had a lot of R's, few R's, flawless. All right? Next, we have our grammarian. Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Deepak? Woo!
Thank you. Thank you. So, as she said, I was a very good student in the class. And I would think my grammar is not bad enough. So I was looking at any improper use of grammar. Sadly, I could not find anything. There might be one or two, but I could not figure it out. The good uses of the words are Toastmaster, Prabhu Simran, Guardian Angel, Panic Monster, Mariam, General Evaluator, Elegant, and something else is there. Raffle, Climbing Up the Mountain, Roller Coaster, Pranjal, Story, Taylor, sorry about not remembering the rest, Ashwin, Essential, TT1, Sauria, Sober Guide. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. We can also mention the number of people who use the word of the day in our grammarian report. So maybe Toastmaster Akshay used the word 2 times, anything like that. Yes, we can remember to mention the good usages, the people who use the word of the day, as well as the action that you have to make whenever you hear the word of the day was missed. So let's keep in mind to continue that. And finally, we have our lister for today. Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Bulbul?
Good evening again.
Good evening.
So before I start asking the questions, I just want to state one rule that if anyone knows the answer, please raise your hand. I'll choose and then you can answer the question. And I have goodies for you. So whoever gives the right answer, they'll get one dark fantasy.
One more rule, until the mic comes, don't say the answer. Cool?
And yeah, one more thing is, consider this as a bribe to select me as a best auxiliary role player. Just kidding. So the first question is, which club Akshay has founded? The book club Akshay has founded. Yeah, Pranjal?
Humble Bumble Book Club.
Sorry?
Humble Bumble Book Club.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So the next is, how much time did Prab took to complete her capstone project? Rahul.
1 week.
That's true. Arna will help to distribute the. Which movie Arna liked the most? Genre of movie? Yeah. Yes.
Barbie.
Which class Rahul has failed in maths? Yeah.
6th.
That's true.
Okay, new rule. If you don't answer with the mic, it's not counted. Okay? Yeah, and she gets a chocolate.
What was the speech title of Pranjal? I don't want to, yeah, I mean, so that, he's the evaluator. I don't want to, I want someone else who is not connected to that speech. Arundhati, yes.
Wait.
From the heart with drama.
That's true.
But she would have mentored, no? She was not.
What is Ruchi's profession? Where she procrastinated? Yeah,
Architect?
correct. What is the 3 things sober journey guy carry in his costume? Ishan?
Spoon, lemon, and salt.
That's true. What is the birthday of Ishan?
No, disqualified. Who's next?
Prakhar?
It's 25th February.
The quote which Tripti quoted was from which movie?
Disqualified. Who's next?
Yeah. Neville.
Dark Knight.
Batman, yes. Which song Maria sings song for Pranjal? Soumya.
तुमसे ही.
That's true. Yeah, that ends my listening and
Really fun listener session. I will start my personal report. Starting with the meeting start on time. Kudos to the ExCom for making sure we started on time. Starting with the sergeants at Arms Sonia. I love that this is, this is your first time as the sergeant at Arms. You did everything that was required. You laid out the rules. You made everybody feel energized with an activity. So great job on that. If I could give you any challenge, it would be for you to be louder. So if you wanted everybody to respond and get energized, let's have some fun. And then everybody gets energized with your energy. So if you can do that, that would take your essays, opening, anything you do to the next level. Moving on to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Akshay. You have this aura on stage, you have this confidence on stage. However, instead of asking people, how is everyone doing? It's a very general question. You don't get an answer because people have varying answers. You can instead ask, everyone having a good Sunday? And people can say yes or no. So that could be something when you're opening, as well as there were technical glitches. You can follow up by adding some humor there. You can say technology, something like that, which would break the ice, because it felt like there was a shun that could have been, you could have used your stage to deal with that. But great job on having an inspiring story as well as making the guests feel welcome. Next, we had our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Prabh Simran. When I was, during the break, she was like, please don't go too harsh on me. Don't worry, Toastmaster Prabh Simran, you did an amazing job as the Toastmaster of the day. This was a very unique take on procrastination. Not only did you choose a topic which was relatable, because a lot of us, deal with that, but you gave us ways on how to navigate procrastination. I love that you had a presentation running along. You used it very well because you were timed with your presentation. That was done flawlessly, and you followed up after each speaker, which showed you are practicing active listening. If there is any evaluation, if there's any feedback I could give you, you can use pauses to your benefit. So, when she was asking, we have a terrible problem. We are a terrible nation. People would be like, what? And then when you say procrastination, people would have felt that. So you can use pauses to your advantage. And the activities that you had, I love how unique they were, but maybe if you could have been more prepared or if you could have simplified them, that would have really helped make them go faster and have more people included in that activity. But overall, great job as the Toastmaster of the day. Keep taking these roles, keep working on your stage presence because you already are there. Next, we move on to our table topic master, which was Toastmaster Ashwin. So this was one of the table topic sessions I really enjoyed because of how creative it was. You came well prepared. You had the posters. I wanted that poster. That one poster that is left, maybe, we should have a high stakes for that. Arundhati is already saying she took it. That's cheating. That's cheating, Arundhati. But love the creative take on table topics. You mentioned that you wanted it to be like a game show. So if I could give you any feedback, maybe you can take on the altar of a game show host. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the game show for today, where we'll be playing the game of guess the poster or whatever it is. So you could have added that to your session. I love how you followed up, and you also gave tips to every speaker on how you can attempt table topics, which was done flawlessly. Moving on to my evaluation for the table topic speakers itself, we had Ruchi with her impressive last-minute story. You have such energy on stage. You were very loud and you were humorous. I love that you use vocal variety. Looks like you just made it in time with the teacher. You had that. If there was any area of improvement, maybe you could work on your conclusion, because I was left wondering what was the last minute miracle that you performed. But overall, great job. Next, we had our guest Shoria with the superhero name plus costume, the sober guy. You were so creative with your superhero name, your costume. If there's any area of improvement, maybe you can use sound. Dun, 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 I am the sober guy. That can definitely add to your table topic. Next, we had Toastmaster Ishan, time travel to the last minute disaster. You built your story up. Everybody was waiting for that climax. You did it in a very relatable way, and you had that humor. The moment when you released, okay, I threw it at that girl, it was a showstopper. If, for example, there's anything which you can do better, pause. My teacher gave me one tight slap, and then that would have made everybody, that effect of that slap would have been felt all throughout the room. But overall, great job. And just a note, my birthday is 2 days after yours. So I was like, oh my gosh, 25th February. Next, we had Prakhar, the CEO for the company. You had amazing role play. You were playing that role. You were moving around. If there is any area of improvement, you used a bit of technical jargon, which I felt like most of the audience might not relate to what you were saying. So you can change that and maybe simplify it, and also take on the role of a CEO. You could have taken on a jacket and been like, I'm the CEO of this company, and maybe done something like that to add to your role play. But overall, great job to all our table topic speakers. Can we have a round of applause for ourselves for going through this session? With that, I just have one note. The word of the day on the agenda was wrong. So if we can take care that the word of the day is mentioned, it was independent, but the word of the day is procrastinate. So making sure the word of the day is correct. And second, the technical glitches that happened. I know we are still in our starting stages. If you can make sure that things like the mic passing around, the connection, the voice echoes are put to a minimum, maybe having a dry run before the meeting. These are things which we can do, but overall, Bright Heart Toastmasters, this was a very bright evening, and I am signing off as your GE. Just a reminder, we have our vote for the best role taker, I believe. So the link is, everybody get your phones out. I see phones, okay. bit.ly/BHTM vote 2. So I repeat, bit.ly/BHTM vote 2. If anybody needs the link, I think everybody's on their phones. So don't get bribed by Bulbul's chocolates for the best role taker. Okay.
Folks, we have 10 responses. We need about 10 more.
And now handing the stage over to our biker man, the man in the leather jacket, Toastmaster Akshay.
Thank you, everyone. So, wait, how was I supposed to greet the audience again? Mentioned, right?
How is everyone's Sunday?
How's everyone's Sunday?
No, are you having a good Sunday?
Are you having a good Sunday? Yes. Lovely, amazing. So, as the results are being tallied by a lovely Vice President of Education, we do not have any announcements, but we would like maybe 1 or 2 guests to come on stage and maybe share their opinions and thoughts about their experience at today's meeting. So why don't we start with Shraddha, if you could come on stage once again.
Hi everyone, it's me again. Well, I think I needed a disclaimer. I had to speak this many times if I came as a guest. Joking, but yeah, so this is my first time attending a Toastmasters meeting, and I had heard a lot about it from Prab and Pranjal. So of course it, went above my expectations. I had never been surrounded by people who were so enthusiastic about speaking in such a creative way. So it is very different and refreshing for me, and I had a lot of fun. Like the sober guy. I mean, seeing all of you guys speaking here makes me wonder, wow, this is a new perspective. And I had a lot of fun and inspired as well from all of you people and the way you guys speak. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shraddha. With that, let us announce the winners of Pre-Charter Meeting 8 of Bright Hearts Toastmasters, starting with the Best Auxiliary Role Taker. The winner is Bright Heart Bulbul Bansal. Bulbul, I don't know what I was more impressed by today. Your performance as a listener or the brightness of your top. But safe to say, it was definitely the former that impressed me today. Coming back from a long vacation, did a tremendous job, engaged everyone, and I am so glad that we have you as our winner and as our best auxiliary role taker for today. Congratulations. You can stand right there. Coming next to the best table topic speaker, and the winner is Shaurya. Shaurya, as you were on the stage telling us about how you are that superhero equipped with limes, salts, and spoons, the first thing I asked myself when you left the stage was, where were you when I needed you today morning? Safe to say, the amount of creativity Shaurya brought to today's table topic was so impressive. You really blew my mind. It's very rarely that I get up and go like, who is this guy, right? That to someone who's just a guest, and you impress us so well. Clearly, you've done this before. Clearly, you've impressed everyone today here at Bright Hearts, and really, I have nothing more to say, but I have something to give. Congratulations. You can stand right there. Coming next to the best speech evaluator for Pre-Charter Meeting 8 of Bright Hearts Toastmasters. The winner is surprisingly from HSR Toastmasters. Every week, how does this happen? And the winner is Toastmaster Sudarshan Srivastava. Sudarshan, a pristine evaluation once again. I don't think I have anything more to add that Maria hasn't done already, but even in your HSR days, I've always been so impressed by the caliber of your evaluations. You're someone who's been in the fraternity for what, 10 months, 11 months now? And here you are delivering such amazing evaluations. I'm so excited for you. I know contest season's coming. I don't know what your bandwidth's looking like, but you better compete, because I don't know what you folks think, but there's a possible district champion standing next to me right here. So all the very best, and once again, congratulations. All right, we have 2 more awards to go. Coming to the best role taker? She knows. The best role player for pre-charter meeting 8 of Bright Hearts Toastmasters is Prabsimran Kaur. Prabsimran, theatrics, vocal variety, presentation, slides. I mean, just take the certificate. You didn't have to even do anything. You won before you even came on stage. Jokes aside though, the amount of preparation you did and the fact that you brought those slides today, they were so nicely done, so nicely curated. I remember the conversations we had earlier this week, and the enthusiasm with which he was working on those slides is something I think we should all learn from, right? It's been a long time since I've heard a TMOD call me and be so excited about the slides that she was creating, and I think they landed very well. A well-deserved win today, and on that note, congratulations. And now, the best speaker of pre-charter meeting 8 of Bright Hearts Toastmasters, the winner is Pranjal. Pranjal, I usually like to be a mix of jokes and encouragement, but apparently you're a mini Hitler, so I'm scared. So I'm not going to do too many jokes. I think probably that's safe to say. I'm going to go easy on the jokes, but I will say this. Once again, week in, week out, you bring in your best. How many awards this woman has won already? And it's clear that the amount of effort you put into your speeches is unparalleled. Do you know her speech, her initial draft, since I mentored her for this, her initial draft for her icebreaker was 1,100 words. And I was like, I think that's a little long. Just a little. But she managed to do the tough task of trimming down such great content. And what I noticed about her content, the best part was, even with the trimmed content, there was still so much great content left, right? And I told her the cutout content is content we can use for so many more speeches in the future. I'm excited for those speeches. I'm excited for you to win more prepared speech awards. And most importantly, I'm excited to see every Bright Heart here give her a run for her money and get that award from her. Bright Hearts, what do you say? Yes? Let's go. And on that note, congratulations. Here is your prize. And let's take a quick picture with everyone. May I request Ruchi to come on stage and just take a picture of myself and the... Okay, Anna. Okay. All right, come close, everyone. Of course, Prabsimran and Pranjal are standing next to each other. Okay. Okay. Oh, sure. Done. Thank you. Madam Vice President, do we have any announcements for the lovely people here? We do have one minor announcement. It's been a long time since we all hung out, and tonight, right after this meeting, we're all gonna be chilling, right? And shots are on Arundhati. So I hope you're all excited. On that note, pre-charter meeting 8 is now officially declared, bam, closed. Raffle requesting you to pause and close this, stop the recording. Confirm once you